Ok, je vais pas prendre le vicaire Max, je vais prendre Ellie à la place.
If you stop in the engine room.
Alors, ça.
Would you ask Veuille to send? And Sam down to the bridge.
What do you... Don't test me, Run Leech.
Heads down. I won't tell. Do you mind? I'm need. Shh. The Phoenix is a wanted man and the board has eyes. Yeah. That's my code name for... Yeah. You're looking to make contact with Minister. I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends... not. He almost never leaves his home and is gone.
I can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count...
What work specialists, huh? Are you... Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between That place is still open? Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key. Just remember... I've always been fascinated by birds. Have you ever researched Earth species?
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That...
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental. Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here.
But most people don't. In fact, most people... Doesn't that seem... And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing. I mean, there's a shredder at the bottom of the box. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single... At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
Salut Théoardo, ça va super et toi? Joyeux Noël au fait.
The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when...
Des jeux de société. Beaucoup de jeux de société parce qu'avec ma copine on en fait pas mal. Puis 2 bouquins, 2-3 autres conneries. Et toi? Ah putain, sympa le... Sympa le porte... le chargeur de manette PS4. Je voulais m'en prendre un aussi, mais comme que j'ai que des manettes comme ça, bah ça rentre pas. Putain, en fait, il veut pas, ouais. Putain, recule. Franchement, c'est sympa, ouais. Là, j'en suis vers la fin, je pense. Genre la dernière zone à explorer. J'ai un peu galéré au début, mais au bout d'un moment,
Why
c'est
can't
super
something
facile, c'est un peu chiant.
exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running.
Mais bon, j'attends le prochain coup.
Hey, you. Want to be famous? I don't have time for this. Kid, you got presents. Natural. Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot. Listen, you got an agent? Some fresh, natural talent. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid. I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
C'est déjà ça.
Not so fast. First, we gotta talk about
Mais bon, là,
royalties.
c'est juste pour lancer
Let's
une
just see
nouvelle
where this
licence, je
audition
pense.
goes, huh? What do you say?
Ça
You
fait très
ready
New
for the
Vegas, en
chance
fait.
of a lifetime? Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head.
Anti-Cleo's antibiotics. Take comfort in knowing that anything antibiotics cannot stop will probably...
According to local legend,
Donc toi, tu joues à quoi en ce
walk around
moment?
the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die of a paper cut.
For the refinery.
You think I'd get arrested if I climbed up on that to get a look at the gearings?
And then the chairman.
Probably just shot.
Ooh.
Looking for weapons? You've come to the right place. Every bit. Why? To defend.
50-bit says he's got a hard on right now.
Byzantium is the best of what Halcyon has to offer. It's up to us to protect it. Marauders, dissidents, especially large spread. Only because we make it so. It is only in
Mmh. Oh putain, je savais pas qu'auxquel était sur PS4. C'est cool ça. Et je pense que le prochain que je vais faire, ce sera des Stranding aussi. Ou en tout cas le prochain que je vais acheter, ça c'est sûr. Hop, on prend l'XP, tac.
It's unbelievable how good it is. Spacer's choice. It's not the best choice. It's the Spacer's choice.
I've always loved that story.
J'essayerai de mater.
You, with the hips. Over here. Let me take a closer look at you.
Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only... Your walk. Your posture, the cut of your clothes, you carry yourself with a bearing. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur. And you, my dear? I'm an artist, darling, not a tweed merchant. I don't sell things. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me?
Bah, ça m'étonne pas venant de Kojima. On peut s'attendre qu'il y ait un truc... Enfin, une bonne histoire, je pense.
Everything I need to know can... You're an outsider. You're exotic. You carry a whiff of barbarism. When I look at you, I see the very embodiment of everything the... Making an outfit worthy of you won't be easy. Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake... What I need is a survey of the outside world. What... Also, I expect you to... My dear, fashion is a performance. I'll need you to model for me the following. The apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a... And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. You have the bearing and demeanor of a bull. Fabulous! If I were an enterprising spacer in need of... Outside... Yes, and I'm terribly grateful you've agreed. Anyway, I'm quite certain Byzantium wouldn't last 3 days without me. I'd return to a smoking ruin of hideous fabrics and mismatched colors.
J'ai hâte de le faire là.
Byzantium has lost its I want to make people uncomfortable the way you do. You're an outsider. You clearly don't belong in Byzantium. I'm not some common buttonmonger, darling. I'm an art... You're very...
J'en ai... Putain, c'est pas mal ça.
I can't. What can I do for you, darling?
You don't gotta be so forward about my...
Let me get a good look at you. My word. Such... Nonsense. You're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation.
Merci mec, à la prochaine et bonne nuit. Ça fait plaisir de te revoir en tout cas. Vous avez fait de beaux rêves. Et merci d'être passé.
Love? That's the...
I don't get why that's funny, ma'am.
Oh, my cherub. Who woo... All right, Captain. Here is the absolute best I can do for you.
Elle est la plus raille.
There are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Now stand back. Back, back. I'll enter the... And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendid...
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me?
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope...
Allez, en science. Wouhou. Maintenant, où est-ce que je vais mettre le reste?
I can't.
What can I...
I can't.
What can I...
I love Byzantium. Where else are you going to find art?
Oh, can you believe this? Well, I guess that's everything then. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the... I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit... Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. Oh, this is real scary, Captain.
Remember that stranger I saw in the square?
Spacer's choice.
Voilà, on va faire ça pour elle. Je reviens.
If you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
We got a lot in common, you and me. I swear, next time we put into Groundbreaker... Oh.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Oh putain.
All right. She's on her... Oh, my hands are finally... Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I don't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He was probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get...
Putain, c'est chiant comme quête.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the...
Okay, Captain, she's gone. I'm near about vibrating. So she got here, and the first thing she said was, "Oh, you smell nice." Like, and then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my out. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she... When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got... But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted, strong. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired. Anyhow, when she wrapped up, it's all on your account, you know. I don't know nothing about the Vicar's capital P plan, but so, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cab.
Ben voilà. Allez, c'est parti.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. Take someone to watch me. Go back, please.
Spacer's Choice 2-hour energy brew. Watch out for hour break.
I've always loved.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report. Profits are soaring, promotions abound. Thanks to your continued order, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever. In the coming months, Byzantium will be sure to see the many rewards from your diligent labor. Once we nail down
Please allow me to improve your drinking experience. Request confirmed. Venter protocol studies have shown that drinking in the vicinity of extremely valuable objects, such as this automechanical bartender, can enhance the quality of your intoxication.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man. I'd have to request a council waiver, and you know how stressful the paperwork is. Downside.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? You got your punch right here.
All right, how does this sound? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that.
So, how many times have you seen terror on Monarch?
Nice thing about traveling with the captain, we meet all sorts of new people.
Sure. Best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain. Kinda hard to make new friends when everyone's our...
Sure, they look fancy, but inside, they're just... There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial-grade cleaning solvent and desperation.
Je retourne au début plutôt.
Out with it, you wretched contraption! I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here. Oh! Nothing. Nothing. Why? Laws, I knew it! I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my... Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then. They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd... Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats, and exterminate... Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't... They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Please, do take care, and don't mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want... Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big humming machines. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to find... Why they'd do that when they're only supposed... Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic... Not that I place any stock in silly... To deal with the sewer sprats of... Therefore my... Oh, very well. It's true. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, so you see it's imperative. I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence, but I must say, I'm far too Not just names. There's Lord Reginald Kim III. She's the chief executive of Farnsworth and... They're in a rather... She's an ambitious shareholder in Farnsworth Incorporated, who wants... It's difficult to tell what exactly she's after, but she... So is everyone. Haroon is a mysterious young man with Iskander is Lady Philippa's trust... She's a member of Farnsworth Incorporated's regulatory board. She's... Something else?
On ira voir plus tard.
My dear fellow,
Rizzo's lemon.
Sorry, but we don't provide directions. Welcome to the Bureau of Exploration.
Well, you're obviously not from around here. Are you serious? You're a sightseer? Alonso Vallejos. I'm currently operating a sightseeing tour of sorts. Think of it as a guide. Glad you asked. Our tour guides you across some of the most picturesque, and we've placed some beacons across a series of locations around Halcyon. That slogan's a work in... Well then, that just makes you the perfect test subject. Outstanding! Here, you'll need this special... When you find a beacon, this device records your... Find every beacon, finish your tour, and come...
Ouais.
Sorry, but we don't provide directions.
Okay, keep him quiet.
What do you think you're doing? You made your point. Carry on, then.
Wish I could do that.
How'd you do that so fast?
Bon, il n'y a pas grand chose ici.
I think I
Results
could vote
that
for Judy
reflect
Maverick Johnson as the finest director in Halcyon.
Je suis sûr, il y a un truc là-dessus. Ouais, on fera plus tard.
Dr. Ellie, you ever wonder if maybe we got some things in common?
This isn't another thing about wrenches and guns, is it?
Because you're a surgeon and I'm a mechanic. We both fix things, heal them up.
Hate to break it to you, but before I got to Groundbreaker, I fixed more noses than bones. Nowadays, I probably shoot more than I save.
Oh.
Je reviens. bien voir après. On va voir maintenant.
Marilyn, is that you?
Laws, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running... I don't know what to say. Come on, you're supposed to help me make an impression. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been.
Not...
The last few years have been a bloody hate, right? Are you trying to make me look bad?
Marilyn, this really isn't the best...
I mean, we had other business in Byzantium, so it's not like we went out of our way. But you can't just kick us out. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. He's right.
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction...
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your...
And the payouts have been rather...
You...
Of course. And we shall...
And you'll report it to the insurance company?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to...
That's the...
We had to explain your disappearance.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run...
Shh. We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind?
That led to your tragic death when you tripped.
It was quite the story.
Hey! You're supposed... Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? And what are you gonna do now?
Yes, about...
Quietly.
Well, we're trying to avoid...
I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two.
That's it? You just...
Meh.
Don't...
Let's just get at it. Fine. Let's talk outside. Can we talk? Can you
Bien sûr.
believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned... I wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would... They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid eggs. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either the leather's fake but the scars are real, or... Yeah, I'm gonna use... Now, getting... Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes... I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know? I'm used to rough situations. Like when someone loads your pistol with blanks and strands you in a Marauder moon base, or traps you in an airlock with an angry mantis worm. But I want to talk about me now. Unless you mean the kind who'll look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly... Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Wait a second. I could open a new account, designate that account holder. I'll make money without doing a thing. As long as I don't develop a taste for Wolgonzola and badly... My policy is with the Greater Halcyon. Maybe you could use some of your people skills. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we could...
You don't much like me, huh, Dr. Ellie?
Undesirable.
It's nothing personal. I'm just not the touchy-feely type.
It's just... You seem fine with the others. Did I do something to make you unhappy with me?
You gotta stop taking things so
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors. This ultimatum brought to you by...
The Acropolis district is...
You could have asked me.
What in the laws... Sure. Did I say restricted area? Slip of the tongue.
I never could have handled the desk job.
C'est ouvert ici? Bon, ok. On verra plus tard.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
On va réussir.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk. Surprise. We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
Those folks were pissing in the alleyways as bad as
it is. This looks like the place. You ready to get...
Well, well. Aren't you the very picture of... However, we can't make good decisions. Please note that to make a claim under this policy, you must describe your error in detail before a panel of relatives over the age of 65. And also note that doing so nullifies... I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits...
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Are you serious?
Well, we interviewed the parents extensively. They had plenty of awkward childhood stories that...
Hey, those are...
Furthermore, the claim spurred a whole line of fashion-related policies. It's become a very lucrative market. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. And of course she is. The paper...
I like to think she's dead in spirit, but technically, legally, and regretfully, I'm...
That's impossible. By all accounts, she was an elegant and classy woman with impossibly fine bone structure.
That's gotta be the nicest thing anyone said to me.
Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back, and you'd theoretically but you wouldn't actually do that, of course. I'm forbidden from accepting bribes. Very well. I'll need the name of the new... If you... The payouts will flow exclusively into the new... I hope Ms. Fenhill...
Can we talk? You really did it. Give these payouts a... Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not... I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll... Sure. You... Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go through all this trouble? I always thought it meant we get used to the smell of each other. But you really do see a rosier version. Well, I've got a few years of... Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that... So... You just keep... It's nothing personal. It's just the closest thing. Anyway, enough of the touchy-feely.
Bon allez, pour ma part, je vais m'arrêter ici. Bonne soirée à tous.